Kleiss, lead investigator Lieutenant Lori Ellering, Assistant Chief Jeff Oxton on my left, Commander Brett Mushat, our PIO Sergeant Jason Burke, Stearns County Attorney Janelle Kendall, and one of her assistants Sean Wong are on my right. And we will give you an update of what we can tell you right now. The mayor will start, and then he will turn it over to me, and we will take a few questions. But please keep in mind this is an active investigation. So whenever you're ready, Mayor Kleiss will start.
All right, you guys. Let's. As the chief said, I'm St. Cloud Mayor Dave Kleiss. And first and foremost, I want to just our thoughts and our prayers are with those individuals who were injured tonight. There were 7 individuals. One individual is remaining in the hospital. No one with life-threatening injuries. The rest have been released or will be released. Also, want to thank the law enforcement response. Multiple agencies responded very rapidly. Not only the law enforcement, but fire and ambulance. And as the chief will mention, and also want to thank the response from an off-duty police officer also. So with that, the mall will remain closed. It's an investigation, an active crime scene. It will be closed until further notice, but will not be open tomorrow until we'll announce that information when it will be safe, and once the crime scene is complete. It will open again. Will not be open tomorrow. I'm going to turn it over to St. Cloud Police Chief Blair Anderson.
Thank you, sir. Tonight at approximately 8 o'clock, an armed suspect entered the Crossroads Mall. That individual made some references to Allah, and we have confirmed that he asked at least one person if they were Muslim before he assaulted them. We do know that there were approximately 8 people transported to the St. Cloud Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. That suspect was confronted by an off-duty police officer and summarily shot and killed. Right now, that is all we know. We have an active crime scene. We do know that there is no imminent threat right now to the citizens of St. Cloud, but we are still investigating. And the Crossroads Mall, as of now, will be closed until further notice. Questions, comments? I may not be able to answer them, but right now that's all we know.
One DOA was the suspect.
The suspect was shot and killed. He was confronted by an off-duty police officer.
No customers were killed. No customers were killed.
No customers were killed.
Just one weapon on him, or how many weapons was he holding at the time? Was it just a knife?
We know that the suspect had at least one knife.
No gun.
Not to our knowledge.
Tell us the size of that knife. Was long, that long? Was it a smaller one? What would you say?
Big enough to hurt someone.
Fair enough.
Do you believe it was just one suspect, or do you think there were more people involved?
Right now, we don't have any information that would indicate that anyone else is involved.
Where exactly in the mall did the attack take place? Was it in one confined area or multiple locations?
Multiple locations.
Different businesses or in a common area?
Multiple locations, different businesses, common areas, which is why the mall right now will remain closed, because right now the entire mall is an active crime scene.
Chief, could you go over again the interactions this suspect may have had with the people as he was approaching them to attack them?
I didn't hear you, sir. Can you say that again?
The attack, the approach, the statements the suspect made as he was approaching the victims in his case.
Right now, what I told you is all that we know. We are in the process of interviewing witnesses to see if we can glean some more information.
Are you familiar with this person?
We have had at least 3 contacts that we know of with this particular person, most of them minor traffic violations.
Is it true that the suspect is wearing a police uniform?
The suspect was not wearing a police uniform, but was wearing a private security uniform.
We have heard about other incidents going on at the hospital and other locations. Can you talk about that?
We don't have any information that would indicate that this is related to any other incident right now. But again, this is an active crime scene, it's an active investigation, and we will update you as soon as we can glean some more.
You said one still in the hospital. Do you know the condition of the one still in the hospital?
Non-life-threatening injuries.
Was it an off-duty St. Cloud officer, or was it another jurisdiction?
It was another jurisdiction. And let me reiterate what the mayor said. I too appreciate the response, not only from law enforcement, but from EMT, the state, federal, and all the surrounding jurisdictions. This is what is supposed to happen when an incident like this occurs. And I just want to make sure that I acknowledge the response and all of our surrounding partners. We couldn't have asked for a better or quicker response.
Chief, you see this stuff across the United States and other bigger cities, but it is now hit home in St. Cloud. Your thoughts?
Good news and bad news. This obviously could have been a lot worse, but for the response not only of the St. Cloud Police Department, but our surrounding agencies. But obviously the bad news is exactly what you said. It has hit home for us, but I want everybody in St. Cloud to know that we will be diligent and we will get to the bottom of this, which is why I don't have any more to tell you right now. But it's an awful day, honestly. For we've got 8 victims that were assaulted here in our mall, and so guess what? Starting tomorrow, things won't be the same here.
Would you call this a terrorist attack in St. Cloud?
Not yet.
What else do you need to make that determination?
We need to do our due diligence. We need to continue to investigate and figure out what the motivation was. Before I'm going to make any statements about what this is or isn't, I'm going to tell you right now what we know it is, right? What we know it is a lone suspect who attacked at least 8 people. Whether that was a terrorist attack or not, I'm not willing to say that right now because we just don't know. And so please be patient with us, and I know that's a huge ask, but let us get to the bottom of this. Let us investigate this. The men and women of the St. Cloud Police Department are diligent, and they are very good at what they do. And so we'll figure out what this is. And when we do, we will be transparent about that.
Can you give any other identifying information about the suspect? An age? Was he from St. Cloud or the general area?
Not right now. I'm not willing to divulge any more information about the suspect, and I don't want to be cross with Lieutenant Natalie here, who is the lead investigator.
Chief,
My last
anything
question
about-
is there's a large Somali population in St. Cloud. My thought would be you can't blame one for others. How do you handle that situation?
You already said it. I don't need to handle it. There are lots of different types of populations in St. Cloud, and St. Cloud is a fine community, and so I'm not going to go there right now. And so you answered the question for me. We are not going to get into that kind of debate right now because we don't know what the motivation was. We have no idea right now, but we will get to the bottom of this, and again, we will be transparent.
Chief, in terms of people who were inside the mall at the time, were they know that those people being allowed to go home now, the people who were inside the mall, is all unfolded?
Right now, again, we are still in the process of interviewing witnesses, and as soon as we are done with that, of course, they will be allowed to go home, and we want to get that done as quickly as possible, but we want to be thorough so that we make sure that we don't miss anything.
Is it safe to say that could take a few more hours or another hour? Yeah.
It is. It's safe to say that. I'm not going to put a timeline on it, because again, we're going to do our due diligence. And so there's no timetable on that, but we certainly understand that our potential witnesses have experienced a certain amount of trauma, and we want to get them, help them through this. We need to get the information that we need from them. So
About how many people were in the mall will be interviewed?
that I don't know. You would have to ask Lieutenant Ellerine, and she may not be ready to tell you that right now.
I couldn't venture a guess how many total interviewers. I know we have approximately 20 left of actual witnesses to interview when I came back out. And there was still probably another 50 people that weren't witnesses that were working to try to get back to their stores to get their keys, cell phones, and that sort of stuff so they can get home. So we've got a lot of officers in there working to try to facilitate everybody getting back to their homes.
Was the mall busy at the time this happened?
You know, I'd say Saturday night,
Yeah.
about 8 o'clock, busy enough.
Chief Anderson, we have a lot of people on Unite Cloud asking how they can help in the St. Cloud area. Do you have any words for them?
Let us do what we do. We will get to the bottom of this, and we will be transparent. And we appreciate all the support we get from our citizens.
And who put down the suspect again?
An off-duty police officer from another jurisdiction.
Chief, how many resources do you guys have?
A lot. And I didn't say that to be flip. We have plenty of resources, and we have already heard from some of our other partners that if we need more, all we need to do is make a phone call. So we're confident that we've got all the resources that we need. And that's really all I have to tell you guys right now. And so stand by. Either myself, Assistant Chief Oxton, or our other public information officer, one of the other ones, be it Commander Mushed or Sergeant Burke, will keep you guys updated and apprised on what's going on, whether it's here or via a release. You want to add anything, Chief? Commander? Anybody else? Mayor?
Sir, is the FBI involved?
The FBI has reached out to us, and they are willing to provide whatever resources we need. And again, all we need to do is call. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.